Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Don't know that I've done a reading for you before, so I just like to explain to people real quick how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense. No, they talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. I try to describe the picture the best I can. They never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind. You'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. I can't talk this morning. Later, and go, I know what she's talking about. This is not an exact science. Sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. We communicate the best way we can. So, she won't give me all the details. She'll give me, because details are none of my business. She'll give me just enough so you should understand what she's talking about. It's her ball game. It's her show. I let her run it however she wants to within reason. They're usually pretty good. They usually don't try to get out of hand. So we're gonna, okay. So we're, hang on. So we're gonna talk to Grandma today. Somebody used to call her Maggie instead of Margaret. Somebody called her also something like Maggie May, like maybe a nickname. The one thing we stink at is names, nicknames and names. Don't know why. Used to get them exact, don't get them exact anymore. It's just the way it works. So that's one of those things you may have to stretch outside the box a little bit. Is there a song called Maggie May? Hang on. Okay, she says she is not referring to the song. So it's somebody, anyway, and it may not have been you because you wouldn't have called her Maggie. Anyway, she's validating somebody by using that nickname. Oh my goodness, I'm muttering. I need more coffee. She says she's getting very soft, very sweet. She says, you did everything perfect when I left. Everything perfect. She's making me want to cry. I trusted you completely. You could not. I hate it when they make me cry. She says, you could not have made the end of my life any more perfect than you did. I love you very much. I had total, complete soul trust in you. And she's doing this, and she says, you did perfect. She says, so please let that go. Please know that I left the way I wanted to leave. And I have had them tell me before, they do it. They'll do it the way they want to. They have some control over that, or maybe mostly control over that. I don't know. So you've heard of people, sitting by, let's say, their parents' bed for 3 days and never leaving, and the minute they walk out of the room to get some coffee or something, they pass because they wanted it that way. So this, my mother-in-law, she passed on her husband's birthday. There's no doubt in my mind she did that. She controlled that. I want you to know, I'm talking, I want you to know 1,000% she can hear you, she can see you. You don't have to talk out loud. You can talk to her telepathically. She can hear you. She knows she knows. That's just making me want to cry again. She says she hears you say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. She says you have nothing to be sorry for. Nothing. She said this was all in God's plan and in God's hands. Sorry. Okay, you asked if it was her you saw through the camera in the family room, when you came back to take care of Grandpa, and she's saying yes, 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 yes. And see, cameras, when I go to haunted houses, we take a lot of pictures, and we actually have video cameras because we can go back and look at things on the video camera and see things that we can't see with our naked eye. And even me, there's a lot of stuff that I don't see that'll show up on the camera. So know that okay, hang on. If you haven't, you're going to feel her presence, and everybody feels the energy different. And I go through this almost every reading. Everybody feels energy. You're not going to feel it the way I feel it. So I'm not sure to tell you how you're going to feel it, but it could be just, you're just going to feel like somebody's in the room. You know how, like, if somebody walks in a door behind you, you don't hear them, you don't see them, but you feel them, and you turn around and you go, ah, there's somebody there, you know? You just feel their energy. I standing in a bar, and I felt somebody standing beside me, and I turned around and go, man, there's nobody here. I don't know who the hell that is. And the girl next to me immediately walked up to the bar and ordered 2 Blue Moon beers. Well, Blue Moon means something to Bob and I. So I knew that that was Bob. That was my validation. So you can watch for things like that. But you're just going to feel like that thing, like somebody's watching me. You know that kind of feeling. Where she's going to be standing just a few feet away from you. When you feel that, validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more if you want more. That's your free will choice, whether you want her to do that. So ask her to. And then she's around. So that'll be one of the signs. I mean, you'll get the hang of it. She's calling you dearie. Dearie. She's going to try to say that to you. But she's being very soft about it. You should hear that in one ear. She's not showing me like being right up to your ear like most of them show me, but she's saying it to you. You might hear it with both ears because she's not just on one side, but it's usually just one ear. And it might just be a muttering. It might be your ear starts to shriek. It could be a buzzing, humming, anything like that. It depends on how her energy comes across. If it's a shriek, tell her her energy's too high to bring it down to your level. That's because their vibration is higher than yours, which it's supposed to be. She says she did not knock over the picture. Okay, so when I first started to push the button and do this video, there was a bird outside at the feeder, and he was super chatty, and he never shut up. I finally got up and shut the door because he won't shut up. So watch for a very chatty bird that just is annoying as hell that won't shut up. And that could be anywhere. And you could even see one on Facebook, you could see one in a movie. It doesn't matter where you hear or see this chatty bird that just will not shut up. Know that that'll be a sign from Grandma. She, she, she says, I can never be disappointed in you. She says, out of all the people, and she says, I'm not saying I don't love them. I could never be disappointed in you, and I trusted you the most. She says she wants you to know that love never dies. Love is an energy. Of course, I don't understand quantum physics, but even that can tell you that energy doesn't die. I know that much about it. Energy changes form. It, can do something different, but you can't kill energy. Love is the highest form of energy that there is, and it's supposed to be the ultimate goal, not only up there, but it's supposed to be down here, and we're kind of sucking at it right now. She says she is absolutely not disappointed in you for thinking about doing something better for Grandpa. She knows that you will only do what's best for him. She says, she says it's this close to him needing more care than what you should have to do. That would be best for him because there will be somebody there around the clock. And you're not doing it because it's a pain in the butt for you. She says she knows you're doing it because you love him and you want the best for him. And you have to do what he needs, not what you want. And she says it will be okay. We all go through it if we make it this far. Because she doesn't want you feeling guilty about it. She totally trusts you. She totally trusted you with her. She totally trusts you with him. She says you are making the right decisions. Decisions with an S. And you're doing it with your heart. And she knows that. Okay, so she wants me to tell you can sit on the couch or chair, doesn't matter. Sit on the couch. It'll be better because you've got another seat there. Ask her to sit next to you. Hold your hand out. Not like this, but like this, very softly. Hold your hand out and ask her to hold your hand. Sometimes it doesn't work on the first time. Of course, I always feel the energy in my hands, so you should start feeling a pressure or a warmth, or sometimes when I'm walking and I ask somebody to hold my hand while I'm walking, it actually feels like they actually grabbing my hand. We don't have fingers anymore, so it probably won't feel the same. I always say probably. I never know how you're going to feel it or how strong they're going to be. It's, part of it's up to them. And you should also smell the essence of, and again, validate her. You should also smell the essence of her, like hairspray or something, some kind of hair product. And you can be in Walmart, you can be in your car, you can be anywhere and smell that. Validate her. Let her know that you know that's her and that you love her, and ask her to bring you more. Give her permission. I've seen them stand in corners before and go, don't know that I should come forward, even though I've popped in to check on them. I don't want to scare them. Things like that. She says, I love you very much. And she just kind of said it very softly, just matter of fact, kind of, I love you very much. You are such a soft soul. Don't let people take advantage of you. Don't let people walk all over you. Don't allow people to break your heart. She says, sometimes you got to fight for yourself. So, so as far as like you asking, like on the day that she passed, did she hear you? Absolutely. 100%, 1,000%. She heard everything. People in comas, they hear everything, whether you think they do or not. Um, People as they're passing, they hear you. They still hear you. People think just because somebody can't respond that they can't hear. Yes, they can. And people that come out of comas and stuff will tell you, I heard what you were saying, what you and the doctors were discussing, all that stuff. So as far as, I don't know that I can actually answer the last question, because I think that's going to be, she says, I'm here. I'm here. As far as, did you go to heaven or are you waiting around? I don't know exactly how to explain that. In my experience, I've worked with angels, archangels. I've actually, when I first started this work, had Jesus come down and hold my hand more than once and help guide me through the learning process. Believe it or not, I don't give a shit if anybody believes me or not. I know what my experience is. I have run into souls that were kind of lost. Might call them stuck. They just, mostly people that were afraid of going to hell because they weren't good people, that need a little push to go to the other side, that need just a little, which I don't understand. I don't have a clear answer for any of this because I don't quite understand it all myself. I just know it's there. It's more like she's in the next room. She can hear you, she can see you, but you can't see her. It's like she's around the corner, but she's still here, but she's not stuck. It's not like she's waiting for Grandpa. They can pop in and out. It's it's such a different thing when you don't have this heavy body anymore to weigh you down. Your soul, your spirit's in this body. This is your body's just a little vehicle to run around with on earth. Once you're free of that, you can go anywhere. You're just energy. I don't know, and I don't want to get in a great big long explanation, but she's not stuck. She's not hanging here waiting for him. She's still where she needs to be, but she is waiting for him. She says she'll be waiting for you when it's your time, but it's not anytime soon. She says her mother was waiting for her. And she's showing that she was over the top excited to see her mother. That's the first person she saw when she left. She said actually her mother came to claim her. That sounds a little rude, I think, but that's the way she said it. And people that work in nursing homes, they'll tell you that they start talking about their loved ones just a few days before they pass, their loved ones that are already gone, because they see them. They know that they're there. They give them peace before they leave because they know they're going to be safe because they're going to go with their mother or whoever. And they start seeing them right before they pass. It's not hallucinating. So, is she in heaven? Yes. Is she stuck here? No. Can she get here? Yes. So I don't, like I said, I don't understand it completely because it's boggles my mind. But she's not stuck. People think if you talk to them a lot, you're holding them here. No, you're not. You can't tie a rope on them. Um, they can go anywhere they want to. She's got some. She's. Oh, are you in her house? Okay. No wonder she's so strong in your house. I was looking at. I was looking at the notes. That's why she's so strong in the house. She's shuffling around. She has these little house slippers on, and she's kind of sliding her feet. So I'm assuming that she was probably careful about the way she walks so she didn't fall. And she's kind of sliding her feet. You'll hear this shuffling, and she's going into the kitchen. That's what she's showing me. It doesn't have to be just there, but that's what she's showing me right now. And she's kind of sliding her feet with these little slippers on, heading into the kitchen to get her a glass of tea. So know if you hear that shuffling, again, validate her, acknowledge her. And if it scares you, tell her that. She can hear you. You might hear the refrigerator door open or shut, or a cabinet open and shut, because she's in there. She's in there messing around in the kitchen. She says that's her domain. So, and I can't see my refrigerator from where I'm sitting, but I can see the kitchen door. And sometimes I'll hear my refrigerator door shut, and there's nobody here. Well, evidently there is. So, like I said, talk to her. You don't have to talk to her out loud. Give her permission to come in if that's what you want. That's your choice. She says you have a very clear path as far as where you're going to go in life. It's almost like your path is lit up. I've never seen one kind of like the sun shining on it, like kind of light, or at least right at the beginning of it. A lot of times they'll try to show me your path, and whether it's going like this, like mine, I call it the scenic route. That's what I did in my life. Learn my hard ass lessons on the way. And she's showing yours is really shining. So don't let anybody put a lampshade on your head, so to speak. Don't let anybody cover your light up, because your path is shining. And like I said, I've never seen that before. If you need help with something, I always tell people, if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask Uncle Joe for help with financial stuff down here, because he didn't understand how it worked. So something that Grandma understood how it worked, something she would be good at helping you with, even if it's just sitting there listening to you. Ask her. You have to ask. She cannot override your free will choice. They cannot do that. They watch me make all my stupid mistakes, and they can't do anything about it other than go, Rhonda, why are you doing that, dummy? Then they'll come down and bitch at me. Well, they don't actually come down. Say come down. They're really here on our level, and it's well, and the two planes are getting closer. So anyway, it's hard to explain. She says, so know that you are divinely guided and divinely protected. I don't usually hear them say that either. So she says, keep using your heart. And then she shows me this big shoe, but just don't let it get stepped on and squished, but keep using your heart, because your path is very bright. and she wants to help guide you along, and so does her mother. And it doesn't matter if you ever knew her mother. You don't have that doesn't matter. So call on them, or call on Grandma and she'll bring her mother. And Grandma says only if she needs backup. She thinks she can handle it herself. So no, something about the bed she was sleeping on in the house. Something about the bed, like it's not your bed. I think it's her bed with Grandpa. Like you could feel somebody sitting down on the other side of it, or somebody maybe even laying down on the other side of it. I've heard of people that can actually see the indentation, where somebody sitting, but you can't see them, or you just feel the bed move, or you might get up and the covers might be ruffled a little bit when you come back. She's sitting on the edge of that bed a lot, and looks like she's knitting. She's doing something with her hands while she's sitting there. She says, waiting patiently. So know that she is very strong, but if that is her house that you're in, that's totally understandable. She says, I love you very much. Talk to me. I can hear you. And once you start talking to her, you'll see little things, like you might ask a question and a few minutes later you might see something that reminds you of her, or something related to that question, or you might hear something on the TV that's like a little validation. She's doing a thumbs up again. She says, I want you to know you did everything perfect. Please let that go. I'm fine. This is the way the world is designed. Yeah, I've bitched at him about it, like I'm going to do any good. Like they're going to listen to me. She says, just be safe. Try to be safe. It's a scary world out there right now. And she said, I didn't want to be in it. It's crazy. Okay, with that, she's leaving, but then she stopped and she picked up a broom and she started sweeping. She had the kitchen. I'm not sure. I don't want to say it's not 100% the kitchen. She's got a dustpan and she's got a broom. So I don't know if you just cleaned something up, just broke something in the kitchen you had to sweep up, or dropped something, made a mess you had to clean up on the floor, or it's going to happen. Again, she's trying to validate what I told you. She's going like this. She goes, I can hear you. I love you. Please be at peace with my passing. It was perfect in every way. And with that, she's gone. So, yeah, that one lasts a little longer, but hey, she was talking. She had things she wanted to explain. So, much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be her voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.